Yeah, it's still a lot of debate about who we are. Cats arguing we ain't African, we ain't black, we ain't this, we ain't that. Man, truth is we all of that. Cause all of that come from us, you know what I'm saying? It's all about where you gon' fit in. Yeah. Yo, what's your name? You an African, an American, or an Israelite? Black or more, Muhammad or a provocateur, what the business like? You Malcolm X, my enemy. Chief Turner, Dr. King, keep a burner, you repeat. Look at me, who you see, I'm garbage when I rap a bar. Every line is a blacker star. I'm masterful cause I understand who these crackers are. Nat Turner's my avatar, my attitude so desolate. I'm a mocking dog, these motherfuckers. Dr. Cotton, these Europeans know what I mean. I'm Farrakhan, never will I run. Robert Williams, nigga with a gun. George and Jonathan Jackson, Dr. Yosef Ben, Yakinan. Show and prove like Dr. Clark. I'm a goon cause I got the heart. I'm Dubois cause I'm hella smart. I'm Denzel cause I got the part. I'm Bianchi, Sutton Kufu, Mansa Musa, Shaka Zulu. I'm with Mia, I'm with Tulu. If I was Jesus, what would you do? I'm a Negro and I'm colored. I'm your nigga and your brother. Yeah, I kill you, but I love you. Accept your own and reject the other. What's your name?
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where's your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a tongue?
What's your name? It's the Chigaboo, it's the Porsche Monkey, it's the Sambo, it's the Oreo, maybe Revolution is just too much for the handle. I ain't carrying no scandal, I ain't scary, I am a Harry Tubman with a candle. Time to pick up the mantle. I'm a son to Wop and Queen of Zinga, Nefertiti and Queen Amina, Hatshepsut and the Queen of Sheba. She thinks she God, please believe her. Name is Osada, great escape. Angela Davis, Pete State. Winnie Mandela, refuse to break. I'm anime, refuse to hate. I see straight through cause I'm late today. Miss Fannie Lou, I got things to say. Miss Shirley Chisholm, I paved the way. The homie queen came to slay. Better show bars, I mean my Malcolm. Black love is the only outcome. I won't stop until y'all have some. I'm not set, this shit gon' happen. I'm on shoe, come bless the altar. I'm Nimia, I bless Walter. I'm Olakuna, I drive my daughter. I'm Oya, I cannot falter. I'm the one to give birth to stars. Masterful, how I work these bars. Series B to the earth to Mars. KOS, reverse for stars. What's your name?
What's your name? And why don't you now know what your name was then? Where did it go? Where did you lose it? Who took it? And how did he take it? What tongue did you speak? How did the man take your tongue? Where's your history? How did the man wipe out your history? What did the man do to make you a tongue? As you are right now.
Yes. What's your name? What's your name?
What's your name? Where's your tongue? Who took your tongue?
Who took your tongue?
Where's your history?
Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying? What's your name,
What's
man?
your
We just
name?
asking that question. You know what I'm saying? We ain't all the same. What's your name? What do you claim? As long as you walk in righteousness, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Walk in it.
Walk in.
Man, love that. That was What's Your Name, featuring yours truly, Baba Mean, my beautiful wife, and Koyo Bina. You know, we will be performing at the SC Juneteenth Freedom Fest.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? June 15, 2024. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of, welcome to the First Majority podcast in the house. We are the First Majority. You know, I'm Baba Mean, my co-host.
Baba Rataska Aku Alba.
Man, we in the house today. You know what I'm saying? We got my brother Williams here. What's going on, black man?
How you doing?
How you doing, black man?
All right, Anthony B. Williams. They call me the youth advocate.
The youth advocate in the house, hanging out with us this week. We got a powerful conversation that we're gonna have on today's episode. And but before we do that, y'all, you know what I'm saying, we have to honor our ancestors who we invite to be with us and guide us from a plane of awareness, so we can be about the things that we are about and say the things that we are about to say. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
so we're gonna pour libation. I'm like, Baba, you gonna take over, do
I'm
your
gonna take
thing.
over.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna pour libation. Everybody out there in the chat, while you also liking and sharing the video, I want you also to put the name of an ancestor that you would like us to honor in the chat, and we will definitely do that. All right.
And first, let me say this, because a lot of people always ask, why do we pour libation? Libation is an intermediary process that we bring the ancestors involved in everything that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's very important that we have a greater understanding that we celebrate everybody's ancestors, but our own personal ancestors.
Stage.
It's not just about celebrating the historical ancestors, but let's talk about your ancestry.
That's right.
Your grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, your
Man.
aunts, your uncles, cousins, even the elders of your communities that played a part in your life.
That's right.
How
That's right.
often do you celebrate them for everything that they did for you? And if we do just that on a daily basis, if we just honor them, acknowledge their existence in our life today, then we will be at a better place in our own lives
I agree.
because we're acknowledging them. Because every time that you spend a dollar bill and George Washington is on that dollar bill, you're giving them the energy that you have within yourself because you're honoring their ancestors.
Right.
So if you're going to honor somebody else's ancestors based on a system that they put in place for you to honor their ancestors, then why not honor yours? That's more personal to you.
Okay.
And so that's why we're pouring the libation, not only today, but every day.
That's right.
Because we want to make sure that our ancestors know that they are more important to us than any other ancestor that we may be forced to do it as of right now.
Hey, we come from some powerful stuff.
We come from some powerful stuff.
We come from some powerful stuff. We can't forget that. We don't come from slaves.
No, we don't.
You know what I'm saying?
It is
Some of
only
us
a
have
moment in
ancestors
our
who was
time.
enslaved. That's what I'm talking about. We come from some powerful stuff.
As
You know
a
what
matter
I'm
of fact,
saying?
I like what the sister says. Anthony Browder's daughter, Atlantis Browder, said this. If our story was a book of 100 pages, slavery will be on page 99.
Come on now. I know at the Uhuru Academy, we don't get to slavery in our Black History class till February.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I like to talk about slavery in Black
because
History Month.
that's right.
Because every month is Black History Month in our school. So the month they give us, that's why we in slavery.
That's
We'll
right.
talk about it then. But it's so much to talk
so
about.
much.
We come from so much. And so man, let's go ahead and get into this, man. Let's honor our ancestors, man. Let's bring them in.
O great ancestor of all ancestors, we call upon you this day as we continue to acknowledge the existence of your spirit, your energy, and your soul. We call upon you this day as we continue to honor you, venerate you, and acknowledge that which is innate within us, that you have instilled in us, that you have transcended to us, and that we have inherited from the spirit, the energy, and the soul of all that exists within us as well as without us. O great ancestors, we call upon you this day that your internal, your infinite, and all that we possess within us continues to be at the forefront of our mind, that our thoughts, our words, and our actions becomes the generation, that it becomes the manifestation, that it becomes the reflection and the projection of all that exists within us. We pour this libation in your honor and in the honor of the Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, and the various manifestations of the creative spirit.
Ashe.
We pour libation. Ashe.
Ashe.
For our esteemed ancestors who laid the foundation for human civilization and who provides the wisdom to which we live and the models by which our lives are guided, we pour libation. Ashe.
Ashe.
And for our esteemed ancestors who suffered the atrocities and the horrors of our Ma'afa, but yet demonstrated the victorious power of the ancestral spirit by maintaining their dignity, no matter the cost, we pour libation.
Ashe.
And for our esteemed ancestors who survived and made it possible for us to be here today, to continue on the valiant fight for our ancestral liberation and our vindication, we pour libation.
Ashe.
And finally, for our children and their children and future generations of our ancestors to come, that they too in their time will vindicate our race from our adversaries, and that they will continue to imprint upon the world the great genius of our ancestral humanity, we pour libation.
Ashe.
May your venerable spirit engulf this occasion to reaffirm our ancestral canity. It is done. The great ancestor of all ancestors is satisfied. Ashe.
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 Ashe-o.
Ashe-o. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know,
Yes.
that's what black men do, man. Black men honor their ancestors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying?
If
As
we
African
don't,
men.
who will?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If we're not going to uplift them and stand up, and you know what I'm saying? Defense don't begin here. Defense don't begin with the gun. Defense begins in the spirit.
It begins.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything begins in the
Everything
spirit.
begins in the spirit.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? So boom, just in case you ain't seen 3 beautiful, powerful black men pour libations today, you have now. That's all I got.
That's right.
Like that. All right.
It's the
there.
process.
It's the process. It's the process.
process.
All right. So here on the First Majority Podcast, we take pride in bringing a powerful topic each and every week to the community that we're going to talk about. But before we get into our topic, we also bring a proverb of the week, an African proverb of the week, right? And so I want to share that, right? And y'all, what I decided to do, give it a try, right?
Okay.
In our creative writing class in the Uhuru Academy, on Mondays and Wednesdays, we do African proverbs.
Gotcha.
And we build a discussion off that proverb. So we're teaching life skills, wisdom, that sort of thing, based on the wisdom of our ancestors, the wisdom of our people. So we'll play the proverb, we'll discuss the proverb, and then we have our students journal about the proverb, right? What does it mean to you? And then create a story with the proverb as a moral to the story.
Right.
I'm gonna invite the community to do the same thing.
Let's do that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna invite the community. We're gonna play an African proverb. We're gonna discuss it once after we play this brief video. You know what I'm saying? And I challenge people out there, or invite people out there, to begin journaling and studying African wisdom and African proverbs. All right, but I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me bring my puppet on stage.
Greetings, young scholars. Today we're going to explore
I used to have her like that.
proverb that holds a deep lesson for us all. The proverb is, a rich man who does not know himself is worth less than a poor man who does. Let's delve into what this means and why it's important. You see, this proverb, a rich man who does not know himself is worth less than a poor man who does, speaks to the core of what true wealth is. It's not about having a lot of money or possessions. True wealth comes from knowing yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your history, and your culture. Yo, let's repeat the proverb one more time. A rich man who does not know himself is worth less than a poor man who does.
Now think about
Imagine
that.
a person who has all the money in the world, but is out of touch with their roots and inner self. Despite their material wealth, they lack the richness that comes from self-awareness and understanding. Now compare that with someone who may not have material wealth, but knows who they are, understands where they come from, and lives in alignment with their values and history. This person, according to our proverb, is truly richer. Once more, a rich man who does not know himself is worth less than a poor man who does. It challenges us to think about what we value. Does having more make you better if you lose yourself along the way? Or is the greatest wealth actually knowing and valuing who you are and where you come from?
I'm gonna pause it right there, right?
Yes.
Because I think we ask a key question right there. Does having more make you better?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially if you lose yourself along the way. Now you can know self and still be wealthy.
That's right.
That's not what the proverb is saying, right? But if you have to lose yourself
Right.
in order to gain
That's right.
everything, like what we see with a lot of our entertainers.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they rich, they have access to money, but in exchange for what? And at the end of the day, they have to go back home
That's right.
and they have to deal with whatever compromise you made to get that bag.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think this is something, because like we were talking about today, when we get into empowering and engaging our youth, right? I think this is one of the key questions that in conversations we need to have with young people, because this is one of the challenges, and you're going to talk on this too, that we see that they're facing every day. What's valuable? Is this education valuable?
Right.
Or do I need to just get some money? Do I need to look? Do I need to have some Nikes on?
Right.
That sort of thing, right? And so a rich man who doesn't know himself is worth less than a poor man who does. Is just a reminder,
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying, that it's not, you were somebody before you gained anything as far as material possession.
That's right.
And the person who understands that is worth more to the community, worth more to society than the person who doesn't.
And that really rings out more so to the adults than it do to the children.
Okay.
Because I'm a person of knowing.
Mhm.
I'm not a person of believing.
Right.
Okay. When I say I believe in something, that means I don't know. But when I know something, you can't come in and divide me from myself, because I
Right.
know who I am and I know what I am.
Mm-hmm.
And when I know that, I stand firm on that, regardless of the outcome, because this is what I've been brought here to do.
Right.
You've been brought here to educate.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to be able to say, Bob, I mean, we want you to be we don't want you to be an educator anymore. We want you to be a truck driver.
Right.
Right. And Baba Amin says, well, I can be a truck as long as I can teach, as long as I can still educate.
Truck driver instructor.
Yeah, truck driver. There you go. I'm a truck driver instructor.
Right.
Because it has to be about teaching. It has to be about learning. It has to be about educating, inducing
Right.
something that's within somebody.
Right.
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 And seeing that's knowing you know, no matter where somebody puts you,
Mm-hmm.
is always going to be about education.
Okay.
Okay. And that's something that you know. That's not something you believe.
Right.
That's something that you know.
Right.
Okay. And so I know that my purpose for being here is to make sure that I'm doing libation. Everything that I do is about what that libation does, not only for myself, but for my family and for my community. Because I'm not speaking that into existence for me.
Okay.
I'm speaking in existence for all of us.
Okay. All right.
And so that's the blessing.
Okay. I'm loving that. Brother Williams, when you hear that proverb, you know what I'm saying?
But I kinda,
what stands out for you?
I'm kind of living that proverb.
Okay.
You know, one, I'm going to plug information is greater than money, because that's basically what we've been saying the whole time we've been talking.
That's right.
Information is greater than money. So I live in what we would call you made it. If you coming from our perspective,
Right.
Nice house, cars, and all that stuff, right? But I also remember what got me there. Once I remember what got me there. I also remember why I'm in there, why I'm there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't look at my house or my cars as most people look at it. I look at it as I know whose shoulders I stand on. I know people pick cotton for me to live in a house like the master, the person they worked in the house had.
Right.
Right. So when I walk through my house, I look at it differently. I don't look at it as, oh, this big house. I look at it as my ancestors used to work in houses like this. So I don't value it in a way as other people would value it. You know what I mean? I value it as they lived there too, because they couldn't.
Right.
So I remember where I'm going to is I remember where I come from all the time. I remember what bridge brought me across all the time.
You understand? You understand how you got
everything.
there.
So I understand the part about the rich man could be poor than the poor man that knows himself, because I'm not rich, but I do know myself in the situation I'm in.
Right.
And I'm not going to part from that. I'm not going to sell my soul for it.
That's right.
Right. And you know, coming from poverty, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, poverty sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Poverty sucks. Being hungry sucks.
Right.
Not having electricity, water, it sucks. You know what I'm saying? And when you're in poverty, you're ripe. You're ripe to be influenced. You're ripe to be offered a bag of dope and say, man, you ain't got to be hungry.
That's right.
You ain't got. All you got to do is do this. You don't have to be hungry.
That's right.
Or telling a young girl, you don't have to be hungry.
Yeah.
All you got to do is sell your body. All you got to do is do this.
That's right.
You know, all you got to do is strip. Or, oh, you want to be a rapper? Okay, you can be a rapper, but you got to rap about this. You got to talk about the gangster stuff. You got to do that. You got to do that. But you can eat.
That's right.
It's hard to tell. How do you tell somebody don't do that?
That's right.
Right. It's almost unreasonable.
Yeah.
To tell somebody who's hungry not to eat. Right. And that's why today's topic is so important.
It goes straight into it.
Right. It's so important because we're talking about youth engagement, the difference between engaging our youth versus empowering our youth. You know, we see plenty of youth engagement.
Yes.
But as all of us being veterans working with young people,
yes, we
all understand that engaging is one thing, but empowering is another.
It's the truth.
You're right. And that's why I'm glad we have our brother here today. You know what I'm saying? Talk to us about your program, what you all are doing, and then we'll get into this discussion, the Youth Advocate.
First off, I want to say this. Every time I go, and I hope I'm saying these words right, every time I go into a situation working with our kids, I'm in a mindset of Ubuntu, and I'm in a mindset of Sankofa. Ubuntu, I am because we are. Sankofa, I'm coming back to help.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm never going to stray away from those two things. That's who I am. I made that a point. The youth advocates, on the other hand, we are a 501(c) program, and it's DA Youth Advocates, Dreams and Aspirations. So we give dreams and aspirations to youth. So the Youth Advocates.
I love that.
So we have personal life coaching, group life coaching, behavior modification, and intervention services, right? Also, our foundation is that we believe that if we improve knowledge of self, if we improve confidence and self-esteem, if we improve and increase behavior, social, and emotional intelligence, we can save all our children. Because we believe if they have those things, they can't be influenced. Because if I have knowledge of self and I love myself and have social, emotional intelligence and behavior modification and know how to control myself,
right,
I can do anything that I want to do because I have that self-awareness about myself.
Tell me this, Brother Williams, what got you into that? How was the Youth Advocates born? What got you into this mission?
Real quick, what got me into the mission was I was in the United States Navy as a culinary arts specialist, a Navy chef, you want to call it, right?
Bruh can cook.
Yeah, something like this. I was executive chef.
Culinary, he built missiles. No, culinary mean he cooked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was, me and my wife, we started a hot dog cart business with we used to do catering for personal chef catering for 100 people or less, or dinner for two.
Yeah. Oh, bro, that means you're good.
That's what we used to do.
That means you good.
In Virginia Beach. In Virginia Beach, Virginia. In Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Yeah.
And we added a hot dog cart to our business because I was hustling. I at that time I loved money, so I was grinding. So what happened? We would have 15 to 20 hot dogs left, and we throw it away. So one day I told my wife, I said, "Listen, we can give these to underprivileged kids." She said, "What?" I said, "Well, how are we gonna give it to them?" I said, "If they stand there and listen to me for 20 minutes, I give them some kind of lesson. Maybe we can talk about self-esteem. We can talk about gang violence, anything. If they listen to me for 20 minutes, they get a free hot dog, chips, and drink."
That's smart.
And we started Hot Dog and Talk.
Yeah.
Hot Dog and Talk became the Youth Advocates.
Hot Dog and Talk.
Because the kids that was getting older through Hot Dog and Talk, they didn't want to come into the activity center with the little hot dog character. So they kept saying, "Mr. Williams, come on, man, you got to change HT,
man."
A
hot dog character?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'll show it to you. And we had a hot dog character.
Okay.
His hat cocked to the side, everything. Yeah. So the kids, once they got like 13, 14, they were like, "Mr. Williams, come on, man, we can't deal with HT no more." So we changed the name to the Youth Advocates, changed the logo to the Youth Advocates, and all the kids can come now. So we serve 10 to 16-year-old because now it's cool.
I want to drop a nugget that you I want to highlight a nugget that you dropped, right?
Yes, sir.
You said if they come talk to me for 20 minutes,
yes, sir,
they get a free hot dog.
Free hot dog.
Now, let's stop right there, because talk about engagement and empowerment,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
Right. You want to engage the youth,
yes, sir,
but you empower them with a meal.
Yes, sir.
Because somebody might not eat.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And knowledge sound a whole lot better with a sandwich.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. So because it's preservation.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that makes practical sense. And I think that's important because I've been in youth programs that go out of their way to not give young people anything.
Something. Give them something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you get something from us.
Yeah.
It's an incentive to come to the Youth Advocates.
Right.
It's an incentive. Like if I may keep speaking.
No, go ahead.
It's an incentive to come to the Youth Advocates, not because we want to give you knowledge of self and help you with your behaviors and all that. We want you to know that we appreciate you coming to get what we're giving you. Right. So we do sessions at Sand Hills Library in Northeast Columbia twice a month. We call it Get It Out sessions. Right. And it's a place where the youth can come and be heard. Yeah. Not only be heard, we respect what they're saying.
That's it. That's it. Right.
So we do that two days out of the month at Sand Hills Library in Northeast Columbia. And on the second time when they come, we take them out to eat.
Right.
So that first time you come, you get some water, chips, whatever. Yeah. That second time you come, we're going to eat.
Which is a lick by itself.
Right. We're going to do something.
I'm getting some chips. Then we're going to go out to eat.
So that's what we do because we believe that we believe that every child should get something for wanting to do something.
That makes perfect sense.
It
You know, it
does.
makes perfect sense. So all my grassroots organizers out there, you know, programs out there that are listening to this podcast, parents, community members, brothers, sisters that want to engage young people, bring something with you. You know what I'm saying? Be practical.
Yes,
Don't just, you know, don't walk into the situation thinking you got something to offer.
Yes, sir.
Come in being a listener, right? Seeing what some needs are. If you can meet some immediate needs, those ears will pop open, right? And so that's what I'm hearing.
And the other thing that takes place is that there's consistency.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Because see, a lot of the youth, they think that you're only gonna come this one time,
Mm-hmm.
and after, because
Consistency is huge.
Yeah, it's gonna always be, because they're gonna test us.
Right.
They're gonna
Right.
test you each and every time to see if you're gonna just discard them because
Mhm.
they're not showing you the type of attitude that you think they should display.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But they want to see what is your worth.
Yes, sir.
Right.
What is your personal
Right.
worth that you what skin in the game are you gonna
Right.
put to know me?
Right. Why should I invest in you?
That's right. If you're
not
not
gonna
gonna
come
invest,
back.
that's right. If you're not gonna come back.
So a lot of times you get in the attitude because hold up, I'm gonna hurt your feelings so you hurt my feelings. Because my feelings have been hurt before.
And I
And
want
that's the
Right.
difference between engaging,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Right.
and empowering. Because if I'm only gonna come one time, that's engagement.
That's an engagement.
I can say I came one time.
And I just want to tell you, I made it out the hood and you can too.
That's right. No.
That's an
I
engagement.
want to say this right here
Yeah.
too. You know, I'm because I know we keeping it authentic. I know that.
Yeah, yeah. You
So,
know,
so
gotta keep it
I want to say this too. You know, this thing about annual stuff.
Yeah.
right.
Right. I got a problem with the annual stuff. Like we need something every week or every month. Or
Every
something
day.
every day. I'm just trying to be kind of, you know,
No, keep it.
we need something every
Mm-hmm.
day for these kids to have, because we losing kids between January and December.
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of kids,
Yeah.
because there's nothing to grasp to. Every kid don't want to play sports.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about books over balls,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? I talk about GPA over PPG,
Right.
right? So these are the things that we need to start being concerned about. We need to start saving our kids
Well, and also teaching them to
daily.
empower them to be creators and innovators of the things that they are interested in.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm interested in gaming, then I need to expose you to game development.
That's right.
If I need to expose you
Sir.
to app development, I
Sir.
need to empower you to be an innovator
Sir.
in the things that you are interested in. If you're interested in music and you want to, and I want to influence you to have a positive message,
Right.
then I need to empower you to be able to record that type of
That's right.
music for
Yes, sir.
free, because
Sir.
the streets is always hiring.
That's
Right?
right.
The streets is always hiring. That's one thing I learned working with young people. The streets are always hiring. We come out with the message, we ain't always hiring. We need to support the positive energy.
And I think the other thing is that take them around their neighborhood.
Mhm.
Ask them the question, what's missing?
Mm.
What's missing in your community? What is it that you see that's missing that you want to put in your community? Because half the battle I can remember growing up, I remember parents telling us, move away.
Mhm.
Don't
That's
come
how,
back.
we're the integration generation.
Yes, we are the
Yeah,
integration.
we're the integration generation.
Move
You can
away.
get out, moving on up. We're
Right.
the Jefferson generation.
And the problem comes in is that when you tell the children to move away,
Mhm.
you open the door for everybody else to come in and take over your community.
Malcolm spoke about it.
Yes.
He
We should be
warned us.
teaching them, no, look outside and tell me what's missing.
Mhm.
We need a doctor's office. We need lawyers.
Mhm.
We need protection in our community. We need grocery stores. We need retail stores. We need
On the property.
own the property. That's right.
Yeah,
we
we need real estate.
we need real estate.
Somebody's getting paid.
And so when we start teaching from that perspective and allowing them
Right.
to manifest it within
Right.
themselves,
Right.
now they understand what is the purpose of my education now.
Right.
Because now I have
That's
to
practical.
that's practical.
That's practical. Now
Yes.
you're turning their environment into a classroom.
That's good.
right.
That's
Taking
right.
the focus off of getting away from there
That's
and
right.
saying, no, there's treasure where you are, because statistically, the average corner store in the hood generates between 350,000 to 500,000 a year.
A
Each
year.
one of them.
Yeah.
Each one of them.
Yes.
You're talking about a $500,000 business.
That's
but
right.
we're not training our children to own
To
stores.
own anything. No.
Right?
And see, that's where I'm gonna go. Where I'll go with this. I talk like this too to kids. I can see You leave, but come back. Don't forget. Here we go. Sankafa. Come back. You can leave, but come back with something.
That's right.
Right? Come back with something and show somebody what you did, what they can do, and they leave and they come back and show somebody.
Come back and invest.
Right.
In
And that's what I'm saying. And invest.
Yeah.
And we just do it like that. I always say, get out the hood and get some things so you can keep coming back, and one day it won't be a hood, it'll be a neighborhood.
Right. And one of the things that we've learned, if I can interject, one of the things we got to understand, every Black community ain't a Black neighborhood.
Right.
Most poor Black communities are white and Asian owned communities that Black people live in.
That's right. They're renting.
They're renting.
Yes.
So we're living in communities. We're not controlling the economics. If you don't control the economics and the politics of your community, it's not really your community.
That's right.
You know, and so one empowering thing that we need to do, in my opinion, is start teaching our children what is a community. Does living there make it your hood?
That's right.
Or does owning there and controlling there make it your hood?
That's right.
You know
so I think where you coming from, Brother Baba, I mean, I'm thinking are you saying like get into city council, get into politics?
Oh, absolutely.
And be a part of the
absolutely locally, because that's where your control is.
Exactly.
But don't get into city council talking about I got an address in the hood, but I really live over there.
Understand.
Right? You got to get into city council by first organizing the community. And then the community develops who's going to go downtown and represent and send a disruptor down there to represent city council. Jackson, Mississippi is a great example. When the late great Chokwe Lumumba was the mayor of Jackson, he achieved that thing by first organizing citizens councils in the community. And then by the time election time came, because nobody really voted, he took advantage of voter apathy. Because, like, for example, where I come from in Fort Worth, if you get in a community of 60,000 voters, if you get 1,200 of them, you win.
Well, I give honor to Senator, the elder, Senator Kay Patterson, here in Columbia. When he was in office, that's what he was all about. He engaged the community. He empowered the community.
Right.
And the community could always reach him and get to him for anything that we needed in our community.
Right.
We had more Black businesses in our community when he was in office.
Right.
And he's always stayed local. He knew that
I bet he caught some flack too.
And didn't care.
Yeah. and that's but you know what? He had a community that had his back.
Yes. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can I tell you what would be really empowering? I watch kids all the time. Definitely our kids. What would be real empowering for them is for them to see things like that, right? Our kids don't see things like that. Our kids don't even watch TV. They don't even know the local news going on. All they know is what's going on online. So if our kids could actually go downtown, see city council members, see people running for mayor, understanding the background of what they've done to get there, come here like I bring my kids here out of my program and see what you're doing. That stuff empower our kids too.
Yes.
For them to see it, because we live in a generation now where they got to see it.
That's right.
They have to see it.
Right.
But and we have to put institutions in place like yours, like House Hathor, like the Rural Academy, that'll give them some context.
Right.
Yes.
Because it's some people you're gonna take them around, they're gonna teach them the wrong message.
Exactly.
Not just the gangster rappers,
That's right.
the bourgeoisies too.
Yeah.
That's
You
right.
can't, you know what I'm saying?
You're
And
exactly
you know what I'm saying? And so you have to take them and bring them in a situation where they're gonna get that context before we go. Yo, we just go downtown and we're gonna go to the city council.
Yes.
All right, this is how you get on city council. This is what a city council person is supposed to do. So if we meet a city council person, it's okay to ask them if they're doing these things.
So I got a question for you.
Empower them, not to be like, oh, Black men who make money in a suit, he must be perfect.
Right.
No.
No.
What are his politics? What does he believe?
So Baba, I got a question for you. Tell the people, what is your definition of empowerment? Because see, there are a lot of men out there and a lot of people think that when I can stand up in front of 100, 200, 300, 400 students or people, and I'm giving my speech, that my words should empower you.
I mean, you know, your words can be very inspiring.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right? And someone can come away feeling empowered.
Right.
I'm not saying a good speech will set you off. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad speech changed my life.
Right.
Right. That can happen. But true empowerment is when you actually facilitate, build, develop pipelines to power and success for our young people.
Yes.
So dream, no plan.
Yes.
When you dream good, let's get past the dream. Let's get to the plan.
That's
all right. I want to be a welder.
That's right.
Okay. Where can you go get that at? You know, I don't know. There's a program at Midland Tech.
That's
Boop, boop, boop. You know, your Pell Grant to pay for all of this. How do I get all that? Let's go to the FAFSA website. Empowerment is work. Empowerment is work. I want to start my own business. You do. I'm gonna take you up here to Bobby Rutaski. He got a store. You know what I'm saying? What kind of product you got? I want to make bead necklaces. I bet you we can put some of your necklaces in House of Hat.
He won't do it.
Huh? Yeah. So that's what we mean by empowerment.
Yeah.
What's the plan? And then being active participants in helping them fulfill those plans.
Yeah, I tell you a very short story.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for the alternative school at one particular point. Had a young man, he was 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't afford to go to school, but he wanted to go to school.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I said, well, what do you want to major in? He said, well, I want to go into industrial engineering. I said, oh, do you? I said, do you know what that is? He said, yeah, you know, I want to work systems.
Right.
I want to build systems.
Right.
Right. I said, okay, I'll tell you what he said, but I tell you, Mr. Wright, I got a job interview tomorrow and I really want this job. I said, so who is it with? He said, UPS. I said, okay. I said, I'll tell you what, go to my computer, pull up UPS.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled up UPS. I said, what do you see? He said, well, look, that's industrial. That's all industrial engineering.
Right.
I said, now, if you want to work for them, I'm going to tell you how you're going to get them. I said, I guarantee you'll get the job. I said, go to their page and look up their history.
Mm-hmm.
I said, they're not going to expect for you at 18 years old to know the history of UPS.
Mm-hmm.
I said, that's the first thing.
That's empowerment.
Yes.
Yes.
So I said, the second thing is go to the page to where it talks about the awards that they have received. And then you want to talk to them about all the different awards that they received. They're not going to expect for you to know that.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing that you want to do, tell them that you want to go to school, and you know that they have a college reimbursement program.
Right.
That's through them.
Right.
You'll get the job as soon as you said it because they know that they got you for a while. Because in order for you to get their tuition reimbursement program, you got to work for them.
You got to work for them.
I said, and that's going to get you in the door. The next day he came back, he got a job.
Yeah. So you gave him some tools,
right?
Yes. Practical tools he could use and transferable tools.
Yes.
Because he could take that from UPS to whatever other company or whatever that where he wants to go. Right. So you know, at Uhuru Academy, in order to graduate, for my seniors to graduate from my online program and for our Operation Reconnect adult education program.
That's right.
We don't go by no state test.
That's right.
We judge you by your life plan. All our seniors have to present a life plan presentation that has to be approved by the school and the community in order for them to get their diploma. And they have to deal with you got to give me your spiritual plan. How you gonna keep your mental and your spiritual right?
That's right.
Your physical plan. What kind of you finna go out here and start drinking 40s? How you gonna keep yourself healthy?
That's right.
Then I want to know about your education. What you're gonna do with your education, and I want to know what you're gonna do professionally. Yeah. And I need to know the how, not the what. The how. I want to be in computers, hardware, software. How we gonna get there?
Right.
And we coach them on their plan. So when they present that plan, they like, man, I'm ready. I know step 1, step 2, step 3. I know exactly where I want to go, exactly how to get there. But now you have a buy-in from the family, the community, then we graduate you.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you, coming from a behavior intervention modification professional, I see a lot of. I understand what we're saying, but to get there, we have to have these kids, these students, or these young people, emotionally and socially sound. A lot of these youth are coming in to schools, coming in a lot of places, not emotionally sound.
That's true.
Not socially sound.
That's correct.
So they outburst, they go off. They really don't want to hear what you got to say, because not only that, they're being raised by people that's not emotionally and socially sound.
Yes.
So some kind of way we got to get these youth around people that are, and teach them how to really act and how to accept things, how to be self-aware, how to self-manage themselves. We have to let them see that, because a lot of times with people that like me who work with kids like that, we give them all this and they go right back home to the person that's unstable.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
what.
I'm gonna tell you some strategies I found that's work.
Yes, sir.
Right. Going directly into the community with certain programs.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, you want to get to them in school. That's where they are. But getting to them in the community, giving young people the opportunity to express themselves and perform. What I found is that when young people go home empowered, a lot of times, 8 out of 10, the parent start wanting to be empowered.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah,
I've seen it impact. I've seen it impact parents in a positive
way.
An
example.
You know what I'm saying? And so that direct community engagement, right? And then going in without making your working assumptions is everything, y'all, when you work with people. So if you walk up to the house, because I'm in a poor neighborhood, and I'm about to say, well, it's going to be aware from mama with a bunch of baby daddies. If that's your thought before you get in there, your communication already going to be out.
It's blocked.
It's blocked. Because guess what? They have a story too.
Exactly.
They have a story too.
Right.
His daddy got a story. Mama got a story. So you have to rehumanize.
Right.
With those of us engaging young people, empowering young people, we have to get rid of the desensitization that this society puts on us, and the dehumanization, the labeling. We love the label.
That's right.
Right. So some parents, they need some serious help.
Yeah,
but a majority of parents that I've encountered, they just hadn't had the opportunities, and they could come and sit in group with the youth and learn too. So those circles work.
I was going to tell you, this new school I went to, I took off for a while. Just had to sit back and think about some things. This new school I went into this school with mentality, king mentality. Not that I sit on a throne or anything like that.
Right.
King mentality, kind, impactful, noble gentleman.
I say.
That's the mentality across the board.
Right.
So when you walk in my office with a problem, you come in with king mentality. Right. So this is what I'm doing now. King, kind, impactful, noble gentleman. Period. Right. So when you say the parents are like, man, I was in the grocery store today. I haven't been to school in a week because my wife. The kid jumps off the back, he was riding in the back. He jumps off, Mr. Williams. Hey, I didn't get in no trouble today.
Right.
Kind, impactful, noble gentleman. And his dad said, what's that? I said, what's the king mentality I brought to school? He said, wow, I want that. So I know it's true.
Yes.
And I had other parents that come to me and say, this king thing you're doing,
right?
He's saying it.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing.
It's true.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've seen. If you send a baby home with that'll really get the parents involved, is one thing that schools won't teach: Black history.
Yes,
that's right.
It's true.
Yeah.
When children go home excited about Black history, parents get involved.
Yes,
I've seen it. I've seen it from Butler Housing. When I seen it when I was in the schools. I have a young brother that I trained, Sean Gales. He's a public school teacher in DeSoto. His principal, shout out to her, allowed him to bring Black history into his classroom for 2 years straight. The students in his class ranked top on the state test. 2 years straight.
Yeah.
And he had to start a separate Black history class outside the school. And parents were bringing their children every week because the kids demanded it.
Can we keep it 100 right now?
Yeah.
And Brother Jim, I know you know this. I'm quite sure you know this too. We have people in the system. That's afraid to tell our children the truth. That's afraid to work with our children in an authentic way.
Yeah.
All right? Because I'm going to play politics so I can keep what I got. So I choose my material values over the future of our children.
Just took us back to the proverb.
That's right. You took us back to
the just took us back to
I'm going to choose what I want and what I got over our children's future.
Yes,
over truth. So that's what I see every day. Now I choose not to do that. I don't care what it costs me.
I say.
Right. So a lot of people are not willing to do that, but I'm telling you, it happens. We have those people in the system.
And I tell you, I'm gonna give you a reason why they choose it, because they don't know. They don't know.
So yes.
Yeah. If you have 10, one.
Right.
If you have 10,
thank you for squaring that away from
one will know.
Because I believe a lot of them.
They don't know. And so because the children to see their inconsistencies.
Mhm.
So therefore they choose not to do it because
I'm not proficient, so I'm not gonna.
I can't
even
show
go
you.
this
I
way.
can't show you my
Right,
nakedness.
right.
I can't show you my nakedness because you'll see all my flaws.
Mhm.
And so therefore I'd rather cover up all that and then say, okay, I'm down for not doing that because now I don't have to show my nakedness.
Mhm.
And that's where the problem comes in, because even in college, they don't teach it.
Right.
They call that what they call those classes
Electives.
an elective.
You know, and you got some schools that have like Black Studies programs and things like that.
That's
but
right.
you know,
But
a lot of those are struggling.
Yeah, they
and
pack
most
so
don't.
much in your
Right,
major where
right,
you can't take that class.
Right.
And so therefore they choose not to take it because I got so much in my major, I can't take that class and it's not going to do me any good. So they think.
Wow. So even though we have study after study after study that shows that children who see themselves in the curriculum perform better, we still refuse to prepare ourselves to do and really fight for that out of that fear, out of that lack of knowledge. You know, time out. It's almost time out for excuses, though, man.
Yes,
we're losing too many. We're losing too many.
I told Brother Jimmy about this situation. I had a little girl. She was upset about her test.
Mhm.
And I told her, I said, listen, you are a beautiful, intelligent sister. You come from great people.
Yeah.
You are not afraid of a test. You can pass the test. She went and passed the test. Teacher asked me, did I help? No, I encouraged her. I empowered her. She know who she is now. That happened.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real.
Those are real things that happen.
When you build them up on the inside. Oh man,
I'm not playing around.
Intangible results.
Yeah, I'm not playing around.
Intangible results.
I know it works.
I say
yes.
If I know who I am and you tell me and what I come from, I'm going.
All right.
Nothing is stopping.
Cool. All right, gentlemen, this is a great conversation. And I want to shout out to everybody in the chat that's active. Brandy Olivis, shout out to you. Greetings to you. My brother Agu Mwami, greetings to you. Y'all, we had a great question, and briefly, if we could give maybe a 60-second answer to this question right here from Netermo. It is so much distraction from all angles. How do you keep the youth focused on the positive? Think about that for a second.
I will tell you.
What would you say?
How you keep them focused on the positive. That's all you show them. I can tell you can see negative, but I can tell you don't have to do that.
Right.
I got a grandson that plays video games, and I tell him that ain't real. I'm gonna let you play, but that's not real. Right. But you can go to jail and get killed. That's real.
That's real.
Right. So we focus on the positive all the time. Show them positivity all the time.
All right.
Have them around positivity all the time.
Expose
spaces and people.
Spaces and people. I love that.
And what I normally do is, because I talk to a lot of adults that become distracted.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And so I tell them the distractions are only in place to see if you're going to stay true to what you are and to who you are.
Right.
You're supposed to welcome those distractions in.
Right.
And when you welcome them in, you're better prepared for them.
Right.
If you don't prepare yourself for the distraction, then you become distracted from the attractions that are on the outside.
Right.
So stay focused on what's on the inside. And if you have a plan, it becomes that much more easy, because most of the time we become distracted because we don't have a plan.
Right.
And so if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
I say.
Right. So let's develop the plan. And because sometimes you have to go on that little side road, kind of like when you're on a highway, you have that side road, so you can get a service road.
Okay.
You got to get off on the service road sometimes, but get right back on the highway.
I'm chasing distractions. I'm mad. I got a bunch of children. Somebody please distract me.
And so but you got to have the plan. And without the plan, the distractions will come and they will take you away from your focus and your goal.
I say. Okay.
Brother borrow me also.
Let me get my little 1 minute here. And then we're gonna close out in a minute, right? But I wanted to say, in terms of keeping them focused on the positive, recognize that number one, change is a process, not an event.
That's right.
Right. Change is a process, not an event.
That's right.
Perspective matters.
That's right.
If they're gonna tell you what's wrong, we gotta also tell you what's right.
Exactly.
Right. And one of the things that we need to do to help our children focus on the positive. Maybe we could speak more positivity into them.
Sir.
That's right.
That's what I was going to say.
Black youth have an image
I'll say.
problem,
I'll say.
right?
That's what I was
Right?
going to say.
They have an image, and we
I'll say.
feed the image problem.
That's right.
You're not going to catch Baba Amin saying our children are out here killing each other.
No.
Because most of our children are not.
That's
Right.
right.
But if we keep saying it over and over again,
It gets the energy.
you were harassing your youth because something that they figured all black boys did.
That's right.
I was harassed in my youth
That's
because of something they figured all black
Yeah,
boys
I was
did. You was too. Most are, but that's because that's the prevailing image, and we feed the image verbally.
That's right.
Yes, there's some things that are going on in our community, but we ignoring that little dude that just got a B+ on
Yes,
his science
sir.
test.
That's right. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Right?
That's right.
We need to lift them up. That's why I'm the king of segue. We're having the Juneteenth Youth Leadership Awards
That's right.
this year for the first time at the SC Juneteenth Freedom Fest. We are celebrating our youth.
Yes.
We're acknowledging 12 young people in our community
That's right.
that are beating the odds, and we
Inspired.
need the community to help us.
Yes. We need you to go to the website, the South Carolina Freedom Fest.com. Go to the website. And if you have a child, or if you know of a youth that are beating the odds, you know of a youth that's beating the odds and they're doing great things, we want you to sign them up to receive the award. And we're going to go through all the applications of all the youth.
Right.
And we're going to choose 12 of them so that we can acknowledge the things that they're doing, not only in school, but in their communities and in their families.
That's right.
But we need you. We need our parents. We need our community members. We need you to go on that website, and we need for you to fill out the application.
Yes. We look
Fill out the application.
Yes, we're recognizing 12 this year.
12.
But we want to expand it, right?
Yes.
Right. But we want to recognize 12. We were going to the schools. We've been telling the
We've been
schools.
telling the schools.
Send us one boy, one girl. Elementary level, junior high level, we make selection.
That's
So far, y'all,
we haven't gotten
schools
anything.
ain't responding.
No, so we need to go to the school. We're going to the
So
community.
we coming to the community,
Going to
right?
the community.
All right, Columbia.
That's right.
Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's do that. And so I have to put the page on the web.
Yes.
Put our business out in the street. But inbox me, email us, or inbox me. I will send you the link, or you can go to my page on Facebook, and there's a link to the form, the nomination form, right? But we're looking for 12 young people. They're gonna get a plaque.
That's
We
right.
got some gift cards, some swag bags coming their
That's
way.
right.
We just want to recognize them. It don't have to be the one that's scoring 30 points a game. We ain't got nothing against that. But we want that one that's beating the odds,
That's right.
that's showing up every day,
That's right.
that's doing the work, that's showing leadership, natural leadership.
Yes.
We want to recognize those young people,
Yes.
right?
Sure.
Because she said, how do we keep them focused on the positive? If we focus on the positive,
Yes, sir. I was
That's
going
right.
to say that.
we need to focus on the
Yes, sir.
positive.
It's not on the child.
Not only focus on the
Right.
positive.
It's on the adult.
Not only focus
They're
on the
learning.
positive. We got to be the positive.
We have to be
We
the
have to
positive.
be the positive.
Yes, and if you ain't the positive, learn like my mom, like my uncle and them did. Be negative when they go to bed.
Yeah. Kids mimic what they see.
Mimic what they
Kids
see.
mimic what they
You know, we ain't all supposed to be listening to the same music and
That's
using the same slang, y'all.
That's
But that's a whole nother
That's
conversation
a whole nother
for
conversation.
another day. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Y'all, this has been great.
It's been
How
one.
y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great.
I'm
feeling great.
Hey, I'm feeling great. I
I'm feeling
appreciate
great.
everybody that tuned in this week. Remember, to like this video, share it. Not because we're not trying to become famous YouTubers.
No.
Share it because this message needs to be out there.
Yes.
Share it because we are Black men sitting here and we are conversing about what we need to do to empower our community. Share it because the South Carolina Juneteenth Freedom Fest is not only an event, but it's also a movement.
Yeah.
And we're trying, and our goal is to inject our community with a feeling of togetherness and empowerment.
I
Yes,
would
sir.
like to get a plug for my youth
Do it.
program. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Please.
If you want to donate to the Youth Advocates, go to D as in dog, A as in apple, theyouthadvocates.org to donate so we can keep saving children and helping children with their behaviors and things of that nature. Also,
Y'all go do that right now. Theyouthadvocates.org. You got 10, you got 20, some of y'all got 100. A lot of y'all do. Go to the youth. I don't never gloss over money, brother.
Yeah.
Go to the youthadvocates.org because we have to finance it, y'all. No,
Yes.
yes, sir. Go ahead.
Also, while you're on there, you can go to our online clothing store, Information is greater than money. Our clothing brand that also goes back to the youth. And while you at it, check out Big Homie, Little Homie. They doing great things in Columbia, South Carolina. Big Homie, Little Homie, check them out too.
I say. Shout outs, announcements. What's going on with the House of Hathor?
The House of Hathor, we have several classes that are going on here throughout the week. The first and third Thursday of each month, we have a libation and meditation class that goes from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. We have a drumming class that takes place every Friday and every Saturday. Friday from 5 o'clock to 7, and again from Saturday from 2:30 to 3:30. We have open mic spoken word poetry that takes place once a month, and that date normally goes on after we finish one, we give a date on the other. So if you go to our page on Facebook, which is the House of Hathor, we will always have a schedule of those events on there. We also have a poetry writing class that takes place every Wednesday from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So if you're interested in poetry writing, that's going to teach you public speaking, that's going to teach you writing skills. We have that for you here at the House of Hathor as well. And if you just want to come out and be a part of the Cultural Arts Center, or if you want to be a part of the temple or the house itself, 6319 North Main Street here in Columbia, South Carolina. We will enjoy anyone coming in. If you just want to come in and have lunch or have a meeting, you can come here and be a part of the experience of being a part of the House of Hathor. So we give thanks for all of you, all of our customers that have been here. We ask for all of you to come and be a part of just being a part of the experience of the House of Hathor.
Right. I say, yo, this is a great spot, y'all. This is my spot. Been my spot since I moved here 5 years ago. The Uhuru Academy, all right. We are always enrolling the Uhuru Academy online, K through 12, the greatest online virtual education experience for Black children in the entire world. I say it boldly. There is nothing like it out there. Also, shout out to UASC International, the model institution located right here, Hopkins, South Carolina, enrolling for the 2024-2025 school year, preschool through 8th grade. It's a campus program like no other. They are farming, they're building computers, they're learning health and wellness, they meditating and killing in math and science and the whole 9 yards. So definitely check out UASCinternational.org. Go to uhuruacademy.com. Also want to shout out our to Dr. Oya Mayat. And our UACI Summer STEM Camp. It's time to sign up for the STEM program, y'all. Time to sign up for the STEM program. UACI's Uhuru Academy, Conscious Ingenuity, a partnership between our school and Dr. Mayat's program. And this is our 3rd year, y'all. And we provide the only camp out there where our children can come and not only learn about themselves, but also learn about the power of science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics. They build micro-bit computers. They're learning the Black history in STEM, right? They're learning how to code. They're learning AI. Man, it is a powerful program. It's coming up in July. Go to uhuruacademy.com and sign your babies up for the UACI Summer STEM Camp 2024. All right.
What about the Tsum Tsum?
Oh, yes, Abakasum Tsum Tsum, you know what I'm saying, next week. And shout out to Dr. Marimba Ani. If you haven't got her book, her revised version of Let the Circle Be Unbroken, you need to go to African World Books to order that, or you can come to House of Hathor in a few weeks. Just hold on, we getting it here. We're having her the 21st annual Abakasum Tsum Tsum on May 11th. It's in Douglasville, Georgia. Go to my Facebook page and get the particulars, because everybody ain't invited to Abakasum. Abakasum is when you're ready to honor your ancestors and be unapologetically African. You understand what I'm saying? But Abakasum Tsum Tsum, May 11th. Shout out to the Arizona RBGs. May 17th, we're having the RBG Explosion in Phoenix, Arizona. I'll be there speaking, rapping, on panels, the whole 9 yards, but we're networking out there, building that RBG mentality and working with families and couples. And it's all about Black love this year. So shout out to the Phoenix RBGs. But last but certainly not least, the 8th annual Juneteenth Freedom Fest. Y'all, we're looking for These are don't like to say we have some opportunities before we get out of here. We have some opportunities that I wanted to make sure that we point out. If I just hit the right button, you know, and y'all give my props for producing and stuff.
Oh, you're doing a wonderful job. You're doing a wonderful job. Just wonderful job.
You know,
I'm gonna have to pay you to help me.
Hey, small businesses out there, right? Become a festival sponsor. Y'all, sponsorship marketing, one of the best ways to get your business name out there is to attach your brand to something big. Y'all, we're expecting between 8,000 and 10,000 people to attend this year, right? For as little as $250, we have sponsorship packages that will put your brand right in the mix with all the other big brands that are associated with the Freedom Festival. This a lot of businesses say they don't have money for marketing.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You can find $250. You're a hustler. I know you are. You got $250. You're not going to get this type of marketing for that kind of a price. Now, of course, we got packages that'll put you in the parade, like us. You know, we're having a night parade on the 14th. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Tina. We're gonna give you more details about the parade. Yeah, but you got the shout out to Juneteenth Jamal, our president and founder, dynamic brother. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful brother. We got so shout out to the whole team.
Yes.
The Juneteenth Freedom Fest. Shout out to the whole team. But definitely go to JuneteenthFreedomFest.com. Check out the sponsorship opportunities. We're still looking for vendors as well. We got several vendors already coming. I'm gonna spotlight one. I'm just gonna randomly hit something. I'm gonna randomly hit something. Boom. F10. Shout out to F10, the Factory 10 by Malia Monique. She is a vendor at the Juneteenth Freedom Fest. You know what I'm saying? So look up F10 Factory 10. Support that Black-owned business, because that business is supporting us.
That's my online store right there. That's what my online store is held at.
That's you?
That's my online store is held.
Oh, that's where it's held, on Factory 10. She hosts it. Oh, okay. Well, shout out. I didn't even know that, y'all. Look, shout out to Factory 10.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Support Black-owned businesses that support Black people. You know what I'm saying? And we also looking for more performers. Y'all go to JuneteenthFreedomFest.com.
Yes.
If you got a little something, you want to get on that stage, huh?
Let us hear you.
Let us hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Come correct, though.
Come correct now. Come bring your best, all right?
Yes.
All right, y'all. Cool. Hey, thank y'all, man. Brothers, great job. Great job.
Peace and blessings.
You know what I'm saying? We thank the ancestors. We thank the creator.
You
know what I'm saying? And thank you to the community for spending a little time with us tonight. Like and share the video. We love you and we don't mind telling you. This has been the First Majority Podcast.
Peace.
Peace.